there is going to be some real talk about the advances of modern medicine or not. Because Aaron Rodgers is cleared to practice.
Yeah.
Wait, did he just tore his Achilles?
11 weeks ago. What's your excuse, Brandon Clark? I'm kidding. This guy's back after 11 games.
I will say
11 weeks.
People hate on Aaron Rodgers and question whatever crazy stuff he may say sometimes, but if like he does and he comes back and plays,
No, you know what they're going to question.
What, did he go overseas?
Did he not really completely tear his Achilles?
Yeah.
Because it seems preposterous that you could come back after 11 weeks. That is a 1 year
At minimum.
deal.
Yeah.
It's a 1 year deal. And, you know, he has said a lot that obviously he's doing all the rehab and everything, but the power of positive thinking and believing you can do it and all that mumbo jumbo. Look, the injury is the injury.
And he's like 50 years old, too?
he's always 39.
39. We just yesterday talked about how he is the second oldest player in the league. 39 tearing his Achilles and coming after 11 weeks. I mean, that's what it's going to lead to. It's like nobody's going to want to believe that could be so.
So Cam Akers came back in 5 months and 28 days from a torn Achilles.
And that was crazy.
It was insane. And he tore his Achilles again, by the way.
Right.
He tore it again.
He tore the other Achilles or the same Achilles?
I don't know, but he did it. I think he did it this year.
This is what it says. It's like what doctor cleared him to be able to come back? The New York Jets' Aaron Rodgers moved one step closer to an improbable return as he was cleared today to return to practice. 11 weeks to the day after surgery to repair a torn Achilles. By rule, the Jets have 21 days to decide whether to activate Rodgers from the injured reserve. The period expires December 20th, 4 days before they face the Commanders, the game he's targeting for a return. So he is, quote, cleared to practice, but he is not expected to return for basically 3 weeks from right now.
And that is going to be one of those. What are the Jets' record right now? Like, if they. It basically, because I've heard the rumors of this, it's like if they have a chance at the playoffs, he probably will play, and if he doesn't, there's no way in hell he's going to play.
Well, they've lost 4 in a row.
Because he went from saying, like, I could be coming back when they're 4-3, then, like, yesterday, he changed his 2.
This is what he said. Okay, so yesterday he was on McAfee's show. Yeah. He said his decision to return is going to be based on 2 factors, his health and the team standing in the playoff race. The Jets are 4-7, lost 4 straight, need a miracle to make the postseason. Rodgers said he'd like the team to be alive, but that covers a lot of ground. It says that he turns 40 on Saturday.
And so...
Yeah,
so is this all just bogus?
Yeah, so you have... Yeah, because... Okay, here's why. So they're not winning the division. The Dolphins are 8-3. They're 4-7. The Bills are 6-6 ahead of them. Then you have the Ravens, the Jags, and the Chiefs also winning their division. These are the other teams that are ahead of them playoff-wise. The Broncos are 6-5. The Texans and the Colts are 6-5. The Steelers and the Browns are 7-4. The Bengals are 5-6. That's ahead of them. And the Raiders are technically ahead of them because they played one more game. They're 5-7.
I mean, you're thinking at minimum they would have to sweep the board.
Yes.
So this is all cap.
The only
he's not
team,
coming back.
No,
You'd have to win 6 in a row.
The only
right? Because that gets you to 10.
He's not coming back. No, he's not.
That gets you to 10. It says, from the outset, Rodgers said he planned to shock the world. 2 days after the surgery, he said, give me your doubts, give me your prognostications, and then watch what I do. He said he'd shock a lot of people based on his ambitious rehab program. No NFL player has returned from Achilles surgery faster than 5 months.
Yeah, and that was the Cam Akers one. So to put that in terms, I read you the teams that are better. These teams have better records. The only team in the AFC that has a worse record than the Jets are the Patriots, who are 2-9. The Titans are 4-7, and the Chargers are also 4-7, the same record as the Jets.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Like, dude, he is not coming back.
Because he might get like
they're playing Tim Boyle.
Yeah, he may come back. He may practice. But he is not going to play in a game.
Okay, look, and we said they'd have to sweep the board. Atlanta, maybe. I mean, it's toss up. I don't know what the line is on that game, but I mean, it can't be that big. Atlanta stinks too, but let's give them. They're not favored in that game. Atlanta's probably a short favorite. What is the line on that game? Give me Atlanta and the Jets. I'm going to say it's Atlanta.
I think it's
2.
I think it's like 3.5. 4.5.
Oh wow. Okay.
It is.
They're baking in.
3.
3.
Atlanta
okay.
3.
Okay, and they're at and the Jets are at home. Okay, but
I could get you a 2.5 somewhere.
Okay, Houston, no. You're not winning against Houston.
Yeah, you shouldn't beat the Texans.
At Miami,
No.
loss.
Yes.
Washington,
You could beat them.
You could be the Commanders.
You could also lose to them, though. Like that's
shout
like,
out Sam Howell.
but here's the thing. You'd have to sweep the board. You'd have to have the 3 wins going into that game. That ain't happening, bro.
No.
And you need help.
Even if
too,
they
right?
beat Atlanta and Houston, which they won't, but even if they did, they ain't beating at Miami. And
So-
then you'd have the Washington game, which is when he's planning to come back. Okay, that's fine. Come to the Washington game. You know what their next game is? His career ends in Cleveland.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
You ain't coming back for that.
Miles Garrett.
They're at Cleveland.
That whole Cleveland defense will
by the
destroy
way,
you.
at Cleveland, Thursday night, short week.
Yeah, not a chance.
December 28th. Yeah. So theoretically, if he came back when they're talking about, he would play on Christmas Eve, Sunday,
Yeah.
and then turn around and play 4 days later in Cleveland on December 28th
Yeah.
in snow.
So
Nah,
I think
40 years old with a
this,
mess.
is,
No.
this is a cool headline. Caparoni.
and that there's also
we
if
call
you
cap.
It's terrible.
We call cap.
I don't remember if it
Some of
was
y'all need a sombrero hat.
Put a cap on Aaron Rodgers right now, y'all.
I don't know if it I don't think it is the cap for Aaron Rodgers, but it's I don't know if I heard it on Good Morning Football or what, but the conspiracy theory about this is, if it's even a conspiracy, is it's a PR thing. For the GM and Robert Saleh, the GM Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh, to take the focus of ownership off of them and how bad they have been. It's like, to how bad they screwed up the Zach Wilson stuff, to, hey, it basically, if we had Rodgers,
The Zach
look at
Wilson
him.
thing
There's
is just
hope.
such a
There's
huge
hope.
miss.
There's
I mean,
hope, and they could.
those are killers. When you miss on the second pick in the draft, it's a killer.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Especially-
almost, it was seriously, it would have been a killer for the 49ers, except we got lucky as hell with Purdy.
That's right.
I mean, it's sheer luck.
Sure.
It is sheer luck.
Sure.
Yes. If it wasn't, because you can't say, well, bro, you took him with the last pick in the draft. Like, if you thought he was going to be
it could
awesome,
be a
you would
problem.
take
No,
him
so many
earlier.
times it's not the plan, right? Like, I
Yes.
mean, Dallas certainly did not draft Dak Prescott thinking that he was going to be the
Like a-
quarterback for the team. They
like a
figured
10-year
Tony
starter,
Romo was going to
yeah,
be
right.
the quarterback for the team. And I've talked about 100 times over the years. One of the best sports books I read was the Fly on the Wall Patriots book called Patriot Reign, and they allowed this guy Michael Holley to be a fly on the wall for the season to kind of see how everything is built. And I'll never forget, there's a whole part of that book where they are sitting in the draft war room and they've got their pick and they're deciding between whether or not they want to take, because they're going to take a backup quarterback, and they're deciding between Tim Rattay and Tom Brady. And they're having like the real war room. It wasn't even like, oh my God, Brady's still on the board. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
They were like, should we take Tim Rattay or should we take Tom Brady?
Right.
And that's what they were arguing between. And it was like a real debate. And they ended up taking best football player of all time who won 7 Super Bowls.
And the 49ers took Tim Rattay.
I phone Tim Rattay. Yeah, phone Tim Rattay.
Yeah, like
so, like even that one, it's like.
So
what are the chances?
Yeah,
right.
It could be a pride thing too with Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so like at the beginning he was so prideful about like I'm gonna get back.
I'm gonna be the one to change the Jets.
I don't need the medicine. Like he was that guy.
Dude,
so.
I also think he feels terrible.
Yeah.
He got injured on the first series of the year.
His season highlight was him running out with the American flag.
And it takes like. Some of it does. I saw some Jets. They tweet about it with Saleh. Saleh has a worse winning percentage than Todd Bowles did as Jets head coach.
Well, I mean, you
it's
hire
better
guys away from the 49ers, and you kind of get what you get.
Now, it's been better than Adam Gase was. D'Amico Ryans has done fine.
D'Amico Ryans.
Mike McDaniel.
That is a Belichick guy. Cut the crap.
D'Amico Ryans is a 49ers guy.
No.
Yes, he's a Shanahan guy. Mike McDaniel's been good.
Mike McDaniel's a Redskins guy.
Hired by the Shanahans.
Did you ever see? Have you seen that picture going around?
Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay,
like
all Shanahan guys.
No, all those guys.
were
like 20-something years old on this Washington Commanders staff.
Yeah.
Like forever ago.
So the story with that is Mike, when he got the job in Washington, told Kyle, he said, "I want young, forward-thinking coaches." So. Basically, like, get your boys.
Yo, yeah.
And he went and got Sean McVay.
They look
and
young
Mike
as hell.
McDaniel.
I know, right? Have you seen
Matt
that? That picture
LaFleur.
was going around this year.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur was the quarterback's coach. Kyle Shanahan was
All right, so Matt LaFleur was the quarterback.
Kyle Shanahan was the OC, and Sean McVay was the tight ends coach.
And then Mike McDaniel's a running back.
Yeah, he's like running
he's running back
backs.
coach,
Yeah.
This is crazy. They look like kids, bro. They look like children in these photos.
Yeah.
I think that was RG3, right?
This was.
It was. They took they had RG3.
Check. Hold on.
Right, because Kyle Shanahan always got credit for RG3, if I recall.
Yeah.
Winning that Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was RG3.
Yeah.
And then the next year, NFL teams were like, yeah, you're not running the option on us anymore.
Well, then he also broke his leg.
Yeah, he broke his leg, and
Right. He still every chance he gets in front of a microphone, he still says he could go out there and play.
Yeah, he got to chill out.
You know what? And then I watch like Tim Boyle, and I'm like, would
it
really
be worse?
What do you
Are you gonna be worse than that?
Really? If I watching Tommy DeVito, I'm like,
there's a lot of bum ass dudes starting for teams right now.
Oh man,
brother.
There's a lot of bums running out them tunnels for starting.
Bro, if you watch
hard to find one.
If you watch the Giants play, it is with Tommy DeVito. Like, because that Sunday game against the Patriots, because the game's close the whole time, bro. That ball does not go 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. It's just dink, 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 dink.
Oh, man. All right. So last night, Aaron Rodgers ain't coming back. That's
no,
it.
He's not.
What a cool headline to get a bunch of conversation going, and then when you take like 2 seconds to look at it, you're like, stop.
Yeah.
Congrats on the practice.